Usually I don't like to talk about relationship stuff, but it's kind of stronger than ever. And quarantine has really brought us together in a good way. What we've come out noticing is that we're super compatible. And we both actually never finished Naruto. So we're trying to watch through the entirety of all 500 episodes. I've even started doing sit-ups, which is insane.
Dylan, thank you so much for taking time out of your social distancing to chat about your new comic book series, Sun Eater. I'm so excited for fans to experience it. You've been giving us little teases. Your lovely girl, Barbara, posted on Instagram how proud she is. What was her reaction when she finally got to read it for the first time?
Since we first started dating, and I mean, literally first off, she was asking me what I was doing in China, and I said I was writing something as well as working out there, and she's like, what are you writing? And I sent it to her before we had really begun our relationship. And so she's seen the progression of this series all the way through and is a huge, huge supporter. And not only that, but a voice for which I can bounce ideas off of and hear objectively from someone kind of outside of this world but empathizes with it, how this comes across or what might need to change. Mm-hmm. So she's a huge supporter, and I really don't think that I could have done it without her. And I would say arguably more so than anyone else who has bounced this off. A lot of the characters in there are insights that we've talked about, myself and her. And I've actually written a character that has a lot of her own insights inside of it too. But don't tell her that.
Oh, does she know that?
I haven't told her straight up, but when we do readings, she reads that character. So that's nice.
Wait, that's really special. When do you think she's going to find out, or will you eventually tell her?
Well, if she's listening through the door right now, she might now know.
Call over to her, see if she heard.
I'll tell her at some point in the future. Maybe when it's done and it's out.
But that's so special, and that this has kind of evolved as your relationship has progressed. Like, what a special thing.
Oh, I agree, but also, I'll say that I think the nature of this story needed to evolve in a way where I was interacting with my environment in a different way. Mm-hmm. Right? And so sagas, what this is based off of, either it's a tale of boasted heroism and it's just, super heavy metal, right? Or they're to some degree cautionary, like the Halva Mall, and that's arguably not a saga per se, but it's written in the same sort of styles. But there are ways to live your life, cautionary tales, things of that sort. And so I wanted to kind of imbue a little bit of all of that inside of Sun Eater as well.
It has been quite the quarantine for you. When ET last checked in with you, it was at the end of March, and you were promoting Banana Split. Yeah. And now here we are, a full 2 months later. So here's a little quarantine check-in. How you doing, Dylan?
I'm doing well. I like to stay busy, as you can probably tell. I've been hunkering down. I think the best part that I've encountered so far of my own isolation with Barbara is the amount of anime that we've watched. It has given me a lot of influence even on my own writings. But suffice to say, I think everyone's still kind of managing. And I thought before quarantine that I could stay inside, play video games, and watch TV indefinitely. Mm-hmm. No questions asked. I can sit on my ass and watch that stuff and play that stuff for as many hours as it took. And I have started to feel stir crazy too. I'm looking for ways. I've even started doing sit-ups, which is insane. Anyone who knows me knows that that's too far over the line.
Dylan, are you okay?
I know. I'm okay. My torso hurts a little bit, but...
What have you and Barbara been binging on that anime list, or just in general? Have you found any new favorites?
Yeah, well, we've been watching this one that we're both crazy about called Kaguya-sama Love is War, which sounds really nerdy. And
it sounds cool.
It's an amazing, amazing anime that's a super fun drama about these high school students who are in this academy where they can't confess their love to each other, but because they're both kind of conniving, they're trying to convince each other to confess first. And they end up falling deeper in love with each other. And it's so funny. It's so enjoyable to watch. So we've been obsessed with that one. And we both actually never finished Naruto. So we're trying to watch through the entirety of all 500 episodes.
That is a huge feat to accomplish.
It's Herculean. There's a lot of filler. We've been cutting out most of it though.
Has there been anything new that you've learned about Barbara over these past few months, social distancing together? I know that this is exciting for you guys because you both travel so often with your jobs. You really got to spend so much time together. Have you discovered anything new?
This is definitely the most amount of time in one place that we've been allowed to stay with each other. We went into it with like some ground rules and a little bit of hesitancy, as anybody would, right?
Yeah.
It's been completely fine. What we've come out noticing is that we're super compatible, and we know when to give each other space. We know when the other needs space. We've already divided labor around the house in certain ways in the right division. There's things we do in the morning, there's things we do at night. And so I think our relationship, this is too much information, is stronger than ever. Usually I don't like to talk about relationship stuff, but it's kind of stronger than ever. And quarantine has really brought us together in a good way.
Wait, that's really amazing though.
It's nice. Yeah. I think that very often, I'll hear the opposite recently, and we just kind of look at each other and we're like, well, I'm really thankful that that's not the case with us right now.
I feel like if you can survive a pandemic together, then you're meant to be.
Right? We're looking at cabins and stuff. Wishfully in the future, we're looking at a lot of different stuff like that. The one thing I will say is that we did have a moment where we almost broke down and adopted a dog, but I don't think that it's time yet. I will be that voice. If I have to make the hard decisions, I will say I don't think it's time yet.
I feel like this is me and my boyfriend, what we're doing right now. We go outside, I'm like, Floof, and he's like, no, not yet.
Yeah, that's been the dangerous thing. We've looked outside on our balcony and seen a lot of cute puppies. There's a lot of cute puppies out and about right now, and that's dangerous.
Have a lovely day and tell Barbara about the character. She's gonna find out.
Oh, she just heard you on the couch,
Wow.
actually. Goodbye. See you later.